What's going on, guys? Today is December 4th, 2019, and here's the Daily Cap with me at Parcero Philly. Today, guys, we are going to discuss the Philadelphia Phillies making a huge splash to start off MLB free agency, as well as dive into action we saw midweek in the Premier League. Would there be some upsets? Would there be some good games? We will find out soon enough. But guys, I'm at Parcero Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia, and today I'm going to give you my daily cap. But sit back and hang tight, guys, because you don't want to miss any of this, because we got some good stuff coming up today. Let's get this, guys. Yeah. Alright, guys, so if this is the first time you're tuning into my channel, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. But please, guys, we are trying to grow at Parcero Philly here in the city of Philadelphia, and I could use your guys' help to grow this here. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, and sharing this video as well as this channel. But guys, today I wanted to start off the daily cap by discussing the Phillies' big move to start off free agency, as we have signed starting pitcher Zack Wheeler, a free agent from the New York Mets, for a 5-year, $118 million contract, roughing it out to around almost $24 million a year throughout the next 5 years. Now, guys, we've discussed this plenty enough about the Phillies this season, and the weakness going into free agency and going into next season, quite frankly, is the lack of pitching in general in this Phillies dugout. Now with Zack Wheeler, this is a big need that you needed going into the offseason. Some depth in the starting pitching. Last season, we all know the injuries we went through, and then just guys just not stepping it up in this Phillies bullpen here. Now, of course, the first thing everyone's going to talk about when it comes to this deal is the amount of money the Phillies threw at Zack Wheeler. 5 years, $118 million contract for a guy, quite frankly, who we all know had the injury issues in the past, and he's getting a lot, and the Phillies are getting a lot of criticism here for this. I know a lot of Phillies fans wanted to see the Phillies make the huge splash for a guy like Garrett Cole or even a guy like Steven Strasburg. But with Zack Wheeler, guys, you're getting a guy who is honestly on the upswing of his career at the moment. We all know his Tommy John surgery back in 2015, which led him to missing the 2016 season. But he's definitely been an improved pitcher year in and year out, with his best season being 2018, where he had an ERA of 3.31 and a record of 12-7. Not bad for a pitcher. Last season it was a little bit of a decline, but not much really. And of course, when you talk about the New York Mets last season, everything was a disarray, to be quite frank with you guys. But if you just look at Zack Wheeler over the last 2 years, you're looking at a pitcher who had a 3.67 ERA with a combined record, a 3.64 ERA, and a combined record of 23-15. And guys, that is almost equivalent to your ace at the moment, Aaron Nola. So when you just look at the work that Zack Wheeler has done since his return to injury, it's definitely something positive and something to look forward to now that he is a member of our team here. But here's the thing with this signing here, guys. I'm not mad that Zack Wheeler is a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. It's the same thing that I've reiterated throughout the season. It's just that I don't trust this front office to build a championship caliber team. Not saying Zack Wheeler can't be part of your World Series starting rotation, but it just constantly feels like the Philadelphia Phillies are just reacting when they need something. Now, obviously, when you look last season, the Philadelphia Phillies in the 2017 and 2018 years obviously overachieved, and they were clearly going up in the right direction. And the front office thought that they were closer than most anticipated. So they jumped the gun and threw major money out to Bryce Harper. Not mad at the signing of Bryce Harper, but the issue with the signing was you made a huge splash for a superstar signing when, in my opinion, I didn't think the Phillies were ready for that moment at that particular time. And you consistently see this teams, it seems like they don't think things through. They don't plan each signing out or plan each trade out to think of what would be the outcome of each and every one of these moves here. Bryce Harper isn't the only one. The Jake Arrieta move, were you really ready for a pitcher like Jake Arrieta? Now you have wasted some of his best years, and really we will see what Jake Arrieta is going to be this season. The Gene Segura deal. You send over Carlos Santana and J.P. Crawford. Crawford was actually a serviceable player for a Seattle Mariners team that it's in a rebuild. And Carlos Santana, we all know the All-Star year he had last season, not with the Mariners, but still, he was part of your team. So we will see what Zach Wheeler is. Me personally, I think Zach Wheeler will fit right in with this Phillies rotation. Like I said, I think his career is going upwards in a positive direction. You know, obviously people want to compare this to a Corbin or even a Strasburg type of pitcher because obviously of the injury and the numbers that he's put up, but he has the bright spot is he hasn't really pitched much due to his 2015-2016 absence. So you're getting a much more fresher pitcher despite his age of 28 years old. So I definitely think he's going to be a nice mix, but if this is going to be the huge splash of our winter, the Phillies got to do much more than that. I still expect the Phillies to add another bat in there, and especially another starting rotation guy to help with this Phillies starting rotation that we have going into next season. You're also going to need some more arms in the bullpen as well. But you know what? It's not a bad start for the Philadelphia Phillies. But yet again, I do not trust this front office that we have down at Citizens Bank. But we will see. Hopefully, they prove me wrong. I'm a proponent of Zach Wheeler. And of course, it's crazy. You know, the move of Zach Wheeler happened not too long after the big move that everyone in Philly was talking about, and that is Cole Hamels signing with the rival Atlanta Braves for a 1-year, $18 million contract. A lot of money for an aging Cole Hamels. And, you know, as a Phillies fan, obviously we were upset that he went to a rival. But, you know, Cole's getting up there in age. And, you know, he's going to try to cash in while he's at this age that he's at. So you can't be too mad at that. But come on, Cole, really? The Braves? The Braves? But then shortly after the deal, it was rumored over the last, 36 hours or so that the Phillies were the favorites to sign Zach Wheeler. But shortly after that Cole Hamels deal to Atlanta, I think the Phillies went all in on trying to bring in Zach Wheeler. There was rumors actually that the White Sox were willing to throw more money than the Phillies, but Zach, I think, wants to win right now. And the White Sox, who the hell knows what's going on the south side of Chicago? But, definitely a bright spot that Zach chose us, thinking that, he has a better opportunity to win here in Philadelphia than he does in south side Chicago. So definitely a bright spot. We will see what Zach Wheeler does this season. I'm going to be looking forward to his press conference as well. But what I want to know from you guys in the comments below, first off, your feelings on Zach Wheeler. What was your first reaction? And after some time now, how does it settle in within you, Philly fans? And also, too, what do you think the next moves by the Phillies are going to be? Will we make another big splash here? Let me know in the comments below. But guys, the next topic of conversation I want to talk about today, we had some juicy Premier League games here on Wednesday, and we got to discuss it all, quite frankly. All right, let's start off with Chelsea and Aston Villa, because Chelsea got back on the winning side, winning this match 2-1 on the feet of their youngsters. Tammy Abraham, who was a question of fitness going into this match. He was dealing with a little bit of an injury, but was fit enough to play and would be a contributor, getting a goal for Chelsea. And Mason Mount would get the other goal for Chelsea. And this is hopefully the win that Frank Lampard's bunch need to keep moving things forward. Leicester continued their winning ways, beating Watford 2-0. Southampton, a surprise here. Now, if you guys remember, I told you guys that Norwich was due for a letdown, but I thought they would still draw against Southampton. But here, Southampton took care of business against Norwich, winning 2-1. It was a tightly contested match, but Southampton at home just had a little bit more than Norwich, and Southampton walk away with the three points there. We got Wolves beating West Ham 2-0. Good win for Wolves. Now we get into the two matches that everyone was looking forward to this week. And that we'll start off with the Manchester United and the Tottenham Hotspur match, because we all know this was the return of Jose Mourinho coming back home to the Old Trafford. And quite frankly, I did not know what to expect from this match. You had Manchester United, who just had not been playing inspiring football up to this moment, and Jose Mourinho with 3 matches at Tottenham. We still didn't know what this Jose Mourinho Tottenham team really looked like. But for Manchester United, it started off early for them. They would go up early on with a Marcus Rashford goal, that would put them up 1-0. Dele Alli would add a goal right before halftime, tying this game 1-1. And in the second half, with 4 minutes in, Manchester United was awarded a penalty kick that Marcus Rashford will put in the back of the net to give the lead 2-1 to Man U. And in the 40 or so minutes left in the game, Manchester United and Tottenham would go back and forth with a couple opportunities, but at the end of the day, Manchester United did enough to hold off Tottenham Hotspur, winning this match 2-1. And first off, guys, we got to talk about Manchester United's performance here, because, like I said, they have been playing uninspiring football up to this moment, but they turned something on in this match, and they were a different Manchester United team. It was a motivated team. It was an energetic team. They were creating opportunities, and I generally think that this team up and ready to play against Jose Mourinho. Like, they wanted to prove to Jose that he was the problem of Manchester United last season. It wasn't the players. It was him. And kudos to Ole, because he got his guys ready for this match, and they played fantastic. Marcus Rashford has to be the player of this match. Marcus was playing possessed, quite frankly. He had opportunity after opportunity. He finished with 2 goals here, and I feel like he was the one guy that really wanted to prove Jose that he is the future of England football, quite frankly. Kudos to him, because, definitely a performance he's going to want to remember. Manchester United, Ole Scott continued this form here. Great. You beat Tottenham Hotspur, a good team. You elevated yourself in 6th place for the moment. But you got to continue performances like this. You got to continue playing inspiring football like this. This is the problem with Manchester United. They'll give you a good result here and there, but the consistency factor with Man U these days is what's lacking there. And for Tottenham, you gave it your all in this match. You probably should have beaten this Manchester United team, considering what type of team we saw up to this moment. But you got to give kudos to Man U. Jose Mourinho, I feel like he's going to figure this out. He's going to fix these problems. He's still trying to figure out this Tottenham team. And you just lost to a team that was ready to play on this deck. All right, so the last matchup we have to talk about, the Premier League, has to be, unfortunately, a match I quite frankly don't want to talk about, but we got to do it anyways. The Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton, the battle between the two clubs that reside in the city of Liverpool. And you guys know I'm an Everton fan. I love Everton, and this season has not been fun at all for any Toffee fan around the world. But going into this match, I just wanted to see Everton show some fight, show a little something. I didn't expect them to win, but at least a draw. At least give it a freaking game. Give us something to just be happy about. But guys, this match was quite frankly a metaphor of what this 2019-2020 Everton season is, really. There wasn't one point in this match where I thought Everton were really in it. It started off quick and early for Liverpool. They scored in the 6th minute with an Origi goal. And honestly, Liverpool would not look back at all. The final score of this game would be 5-2. There was a little shootout at one point, but Liverpool prevailed and walked away of Anfield with a Merseyside derby win. And there was just a lot wrong with Everton. Michael Keane in particular got taken advantage of a couple times by the Liverpool defense. He did, get a goal back for us, but not a good performance by Michael Keane. And Marco Silva, man, we've discussed this. My man needs to go. He needs to get sacked. And in this match, I saw a defeated manager who absolutely has nothing left to give to this club. He tried something different, lining up in a 3-4-3, trying to, add some more attack to this Everton attack. But the 3-4-3, quite frankly, it's not a formation this team is really used to playing. And the 3 center backs that we use with my boy Yerry Mina, Keane, and Holgate, those 3 guys, they really weren't gelling well together. There wasn't a clear chemistry. There wasn't communication. There wasn't organization. At one point, Everton had to drop back, and they had to play in a 5-4 and what looked like a 5-4-1, and that really, you don't want to play like that against Liverpool. First off, Liverpool, we're going to find the little holes in the Everton defense, and that's really what they did. Bad loss by Everton. All right, but we still got Premier League games this week. Tomorrow at 2:30, we got that Sheffield United versus Newcastle match, which I'm looking forward to. And then at 3:15, we got Arsenal facing off against the boys from the shore, Brighton Hove. Alright guys, the last bit of news that caught my eye today, we have to head down to Chester and talk about the Union because they made some slight news that kind of ticked off Union Twitter a little bit. And that is that the Philadelphia Union renewed their contract through 2023 to continue their sponsorship with Bimbo. Yes, the Bimbo will stay on the shirt at least until 2023. And it has been rumored that the Union will be a little bit more creative with Bimbo, adding the different brands that Bimbo has under their umbrella on the Union shirt. Now, you guys remember for the playoff game, we had a little warm-up jersey that Bimbo and Adidas kind of created and customized for us. The lighter blue jersey, the Artesino sponsorship over the jersey, and it was a very clean, a very different, it was a modern look for the Union. And you know what? I want to see Adidas and Bimbo do more stuff like that here. Me personally, I'm not entirely upset with Bimbo continuing being our sponsorship. I know you guys want to see something different. I know you guys want to see something a little bit more local on our jersey. But you guys got to remember that, you know, the MLS has a difficult job here than most soccer leagues because not only do you have to please the American market, and that is the way other American sports are ran, but you also have to compete worldwide with the million other leagues that are around the world. So for MLS clubs, it's difficult to try to find that medium to try to please both sides there. Now with Bimbo, this is an international brand here, and for the Union, it makes sense sticking with Bimbo. They're throwing a little bit more money at the Union for the sponsorship, and it's a brand that is known worldwide. So when I go back home to Colombia, the main bread brand that you see in all the bakeries and supermarkets in Colombia is Bimbo. So when my cousin is walking around Colombia with a Union jersey, they recognize that Bimbo. Bimbo also has, you know, been the sponsor for Club América de México, which is one of the biggest clubs on this side of the world. So it's not a bad move for the Philadelphia Union sticking here. But again, I want to see some more creativity from Bimbo, the Union, and Adidas collectively to give us some good products because, guys, we want to spend our money on Union jerseys. All right, guys, that's all I have for you for Wednesday. Not a lot of games going on. Philly sports landscape was quieter than usual, but we still had stuff to talk about, and it was a good day as always. But guys, in the comments below, you want to talk Phillies, you want to talk Premier League, you want to talk Union, let's do it in the comments below. Let me know any of your comments or concerns in the comments below. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video and checking out this channel, quite frankly. I really appreciate it. We're really trying to grow at Parcero Philly in the Philadelphia sports landscape. And guys, I could really use your guys' help for that as well. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel. But guys, if you want to follow me on other platforms of social media, definitely do so. You can find me on Twitter at El Parcero Philly, and on Instagram you can follow me there as well at L_Parcero_Philly. Guys, I'm El Parcero Philly, and until next time, I will talk to you later.